Shake, shake. Hi everyone, I'm Yana Smakula. Welcome back to my channel. Today we are unboxing day 7 of the Crafty Advent Calendar from Spellbinders. Just a reminder, I do have videos looking at all the previous days, and hopefully, fingers crossed, I will have videos through December 24th. These are not tutorial videos, these are just videos me opening the surprise, the windows of the advent calendar, looking at the surprises that we have inside and creating a project. Not a tutorial video again, I just show you the finished project and talk about it. But nonetheless, these are super fun. I love advent calendars. I enjoy purchasing advent calendars for my family and friends and myself, and I really enjoyed this one. You know, it is filled with so many fun, crafty goodies. You can see some sneak peeks on the back, and also you can check the previous videos that I've already published. But we're having fun. We are really having fun with this advent calendar. Okay, so let's go ahead and find day 7. And look at this. Looks like this is a big one. I bet this is a set of stencils. We have not had stencils yet, so I bet this is, I'm trying to find something sharp. Oh, here we go. Here is my tool-in-one. I don't want to use my nails because I just did my, I just redid my nail polish and I don't want to damage my nails. So I'll just try to open this by using a tool-in-one and hopefully I'll succeed. Okay, yep, I can already tell this is a set of stencils. Wow, okay, butterflies. Who does not love butterflies? Okay, let me grab this out of the window, get this out of the way, and let's take a look at the stencils that we have. Okay, so we have 3 stencils. These are not, at first I thought that these were going to be layering stencils, but no, this is not a layering stencil. It's just 3 stencils with a different type of butterflies. So you could easily use all these to create an ink blended butterfly background for a card. It would be kind of cool. Or you can use individual butterflies, you know, individual stencils to create individual butterflies. The size of these, so the size of this butterfly is 1, 2, 3, 3 1/4 by 1, 2, 2 1/4. This one's a little bit smaller, so this is 3 by almost 2 inches, maybe 1 1 3/4 inches. And then these are side-facing butterflies. Looks like this is 1 3/4 by 2 1/4 inches, and this one's probably about the same size. Okay, I'm gonna pause my video, think about a card, and I'll be back in a bit. My plan for this card was to try and do dry embossing with a stencil. So I took a panel of chiffon cardstock, I placed the stencil in the center of the panel, and I dry embossed this in my die cutting and embossing machine in my Platinum 6. It sits off to the side here. Then I used the Alpnu satin tape and I masked the areas of the stencil, or rather the areas of the paper, the panel where I didn't have the stencil. I repositioned the stencil, so I placed it back over the embossing, and I then used inks from Alpnu. I have yellow, that's the Honey Drizzle, Pink Alicious, and Crimson, so yellow, pink, and red. And I ink blended this butterfly. So here is what we have. I wasn't sure if this would work or not. It does give me a cool little, you know, embossed and then ink blended look. I usually like to do something different with my stencils. Stencils are fantastic for ink blending, but you can also dry emboss with the stencils. You do need to use a rubber mat. This is the E mat. If you have the universal plate system from Spellbinders, this is the mat that you would need. And if you don't know how to dry emboss, you can check the instructions on the platform top. Mine is, never mind this. I mean, this is like super beat up because I use it a lot. That on your universal plate system, you have instructions here. You would need instructions for how to emboss a cut shape. This would be very similar. So you'd have platform base, platform top, cut paper, and cutting die. Instead of the cutting die, you would be using the stencil the stencil with the paper, and then you would use the E embossing mat and the D adapter plate. Give it a try. It is awesome. Here's a look at my finished card. The card suffered some transformations as I was working on it. I decided I wanted to ink blend and emboss the butterfly on white rather than chiffon. So here I have a panel. I embossed and ink blended this butterfly on an A2 panel, but I later trimmed it to the actual size of the stencil. Just because I wanted to have it, I wanted to have a slightly smaller panel on my card, like a focal point. In addition to the inks that I mentioned previously, I also used ultraviolet here. So I have a little bit of a color gradient or like color variation. I have yellow, then pink, then red, and then purple here. I added a sentiment from my current favorite Ideal Moments sentiments set. This is a Better Press sentiment set. I have You Are My Everything here, foiled on poppy cardstock, an opaque white foil. And then I added flowers. I think these are from day 5. I really like these florals. I feel like I'll be using them again and again throughout the projects that I make with this advent calendar and also beyond that. As you can see, I kind of experimented with some of the flowers. I made my own little flower here by using a long stem that goes with this flower, but I added like a little bud here. I also used a couple of gems from my stash. So these are denim. I was looking for black gems because I like to add black for contrast. I couldn't find any black, but I found denim, and they are very nice and dark, and they kind of worked really well for this card design. So this is a look at day 7 of the Spellbinders Crafty Advent Calendar Surprise and Project. All supplies I used for this card are listed and linked in the video description below, along with links to the previous days featuring projects with this Advent Calendar. See you tomorrow for day 8.